Hi, you're watching Movie Guide. I'm Evie Bear, and we're on the red carpet of Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Captain America is back to bring America hope. Check out some of the interviews. So, what does Captain America have to do to kind of transition to this, to the modern time?
Yeah, that's his whole deal, right? He's like a man out of time. What he has to do is retain his dignity from the past, and that's what we need. It's that sort of, America was at their best as far as moral compass during World War II, and he brings that sort of innocence and dignity and nobility to the present day, and that's what he needs, and he does.
And we need people like that, right, to fight?
We sure do. It's like this American experiment is big and important, and we can be a light for the world.
Now, the music really does have a big impact on people's emotions. How do you work on that kind of aspect that you're drawing people's emotions to the place that the movie wants them?
I'm usually shamelessly trying to manipulate everyone in one way or another. But no, it's true. Well, it also depends what kind of movie. If it's a movie like Captain Phillips, which is a very psychologically credible, realistic kind of semi-documentary film, you've got to be careful with really pushing the music in that way because it's a different kind of movie. But with something like this, I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. In heroic moments, it's got to be, everyone knows that feeling of like, come on, and
uplifting kind of.
Exactly, and everyone also needs to, by the same token, in order to feel the relief of heroism from your protagonist, you, by the same token, got to feel the jeopardy of how much, duress everyone's under from the villains, So you get to push kind of both ways pretty hard, which is nice.
And why do you think that message is pertinent for today's real world?
Well, that's one of the reasons I think the movie works pretty well is because, Cap was asleep for almost 70, 80 years of decisions we made as a world, right? And what we did in terms of, politics and war and society. And so he wakes up and says, really? It looks like this? I don't remember it looking like this. Are you sure you made all the right choices? So he gets to look at it with clear eyes and sort of...
And it's not just, a grumpy old grandpa. Some of it is much better than it was before, and some of it is, it's, really? That sort of sounds like the bad guys, not the good guys,
He missed Watergate, so he doesn't know why we did things, because it's that kind of stuff.
But he's also willing to step up to the plate no matter what, which is awesome.
He will sacrifice himself. That's, because he's a soldier. That's what they do.
He was like that as a scrawny guy in the first movie, right? That's the thing. He was a hero when he weighed 98 pounds. He just got the ability to sort of do something about it.
But how is it transitioning into this world of acting?
It was very different than what I do normally because in real fight you don't telegraph your punches. For the camera it's the other way around. You want to make everything big. They use camera angle to make it look real. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So in a real fight, you're one-on-one with the person. You're kind of only focused on them, right? And was it a little bit nerve-wracking when you have the camera then right on you?
It was It was nervous because I wanted to be good at it, but I had a lot of help from the stunt team. They helped me to go through the whole thing, and they were amazing.
And so Captain America is a real show of kind of the light versus the dark, right? Specifically in this movie. How does that?
Oh, I think it's not only the light versus the dark. I think what this movie has done so well is that all the stuff in between, all the grays. There comes a point in time in the movie where you're not even sure who's good and who's the hero and who's the villain, really. And I think that's what's exciting about it. Yeah.
Does it motivate people to be kind of better or good or heroic?
I think it reminds us to always question and always to ask questions about our the people running the country or people running organizations. It's always important to ask questions.
To be aware. To
Yeah.
They always have these big ideas years ahead of what everyone's doing. So to me, it's always a pleasure being involved in stuff like that, where I know it's a really fleshed out idea, a really fleshed out world, and you don't really get that too much with other movies and TV.
Yeah. And this is a great movie and a great script, and
It is a really good script.
some great messages.
Yeah, I think I think it's funny with this whole NSA thing happening now. It's very like on point. So it is. I think that people are going to get a kick out of it. It's the least superhero-y movie. It's really a detective novel in a way. So I think that's it's just interesting.
That's a wrap from the premiere of Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Now, to see if Captain America saves the day again, check out movieguide.org for the full review.